everybody, and welcome to Zweihander, Betrayal of Heartholm / Ratholm. We're in Ratholm right now, so it's Betrayal of Ratholm. I have a bunch of lovely people with me this week. So let's, before we get started, go around, say who we are and who we're playing, because it has been a week where we haven't played. So let's just refresh everybody. Hi, Gabe. How's it going, my friend?
Hi, I'm Gabe James Games, pretty much everywhere else. I'm good. I'm very excited because we are pretty much just teetering on the edge of death, and we're in the middle of a rat city, and we just stole a person, so none of this can end well, but it might not end terribly.
It might end better than expected, and I think that's all we can ask for.
That's fair. I mean, my expectations are pretty low for survival. So yes, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, with that shining optimism, let's move on down to our next friend, Angie. Hello.
Hello, I'm Angie, aka Banchlerp. I'm playing Herta, the elven astrologer. Do we get to say the other bit too?
Oh yeah, if you wanna.
Yeah, so not only is she an astrologer, she is also a soothsayer.
Ooh.
Who may or may not live to actually utilize any of it. So we'll find out.
No. Yeah, a fun thing happened while we had our little mini break is that they basically leveled up. They had got enough RP to head into their secondary or expert professions, and I'm very curious and interested to see what we've got going on. I mean, I know, but I'm curious to see how it's applied in game. Speaking of applied in game, hi Quinn. Hi.
Hi. Hello, Internet. I'm Quinn at Quintastic_ on Twitter. I use she, they pronouns. And today I am playing Violetta Orsanov, who uses she, her pronouns and is your favorite non-binary diabolist. Just a diabolist. Only a diabolist. Hasn't made any other decisions past that. Strictly academic. It's totally fine.
Yep. Just normal diabolist. Just, yep. Speaking of just normal, Jay, hi. Sorry, that was mean.
I can't be me. You're not talking about me.
No.
Hi everyone. I'm not normal. It's fine. Hi everyone. I'm Jay Britton. I'm playing Arthur Mythfold, the Halfling charlatan, who also may have been a beggar in his past. We'll see what happens there, won't we? Lovely jubbly. And also tonight, in his absence, at least combat-wise, I'll also be playing Safian. There you go, that's my best Tom impression. Who was, where is it? He was a hedge knight, and now he is a Templar Chevalier hedge knight. Yeah, that's right. I'm going
Jay,
to attempt to
here's the thing.
Right.
Tom messaged me saying, "Oh, I'm interested in the Chevalier thing." I was like, "Okay, you can only be a Chevalier if every time you say it, you say Chevalier," and you did it.
Done.
You had no idea about that conversation, and you did it.
Done. See, it's how else would you say it? You have to put your mouth around it. Chevalier.
Why are you adding R's?
Where am I adding R's? There's 9 of them. Can't you see? It's spelled CHEVALIE R, and then that little infinity symbol.
But the R's are silent.
Oh, okay.
Like Ronald and his Zeds.
How they? I'm a Chevalier, but the R's are silent. Like that. Yeah. Okay.
There we go. We got it.
That's me. There you go.
We unfortunately don't have Tom with us today. As it was said earlier in chat, we did eat him. So unfortunately, he shall no longer ever exist. He's gone. F's in chat for Tom.
But the hell said we ate him?
Both Angie and Charlie said that they ate him. So at the same time.
Yep, simultaneously.
Yeah. So F's in chat for Tom. He will be missed, and maybe his ghost will come back next week. I don't know. Hopefully so. As for me, I'm Susie. I will be your Dark Mistress / GM for the Your emergency exits are here, here, and here. Please fasten your seatbelts. When turbulence hits, there will be a signal above. And yeah, anyway. So before I ruin this intro anymore, I'm going to go to Past Charlie for our sponsors.
Before we begin today's show, I would like to take some time to remind you about our sponsors. Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and roles you see tonight are done using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer and 40k minis for up to 20% off regular retail price. And Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. Go and check them out at tabletoploot.com.
And we are back. Thank you very much, Past Charlie. And I do just want to also shout out World Anvil, who are our other sponsors. And keep an eye out, because very soon there will be Betrayal of Heartholm / Ratholm stuff up on World Anvil. I'm going to be working on it, and I've got some stuff to put on that, and I'm very excited about it. So big thanks to our friends at World Anvil. Oh, and Betrayal is coming to podcast, as Charlie has screamed in chat. So make sure to keep your ear holes open for that when it lands. Okay, so instantly regretting the sentence that I just said and moving swiftly on in record time. Last time in Betrayal of Heartholm, the gang finally, after much planning, plotting, and arguing amongst themselves, decided to make their move and finally rescue Alex. They headed into the city of Ratholm itself and coordinated with Ronald the Zeds Silent to create a distraction in the pits, as well as Arthur speaking to his good friend Ratput to start a bust-up in the marketplace to enhance this distraction. You headed up to the sort of adjacent chamber to the palace, where it is known that Blue Eyes infects her children with witchstone to mutate them and turn them into horrific monsters. And after a bit of cunning from Arthur and a handy-dandy lie, some good stealth rolls, you managed to outwit a tyrant Skazak who was sat sentinel as the sort of cowbells of alarm rang around the city of Ratholm. However, when you busted into the sort of chamber where Alex was being kept, you saw that she was in a bad way, and as Scythian went to cut her down from her bonds on the wall, her eyes were bright blue, and she aggressively snapped at Scythian. He knocked her out and was in the process of taking her away when two more Skazak torturers came in, and they were like, "This is awkward, let's have a fight." And a fight ensued. And we left it halfway through the fight as the initial two Skazak torturers had been defeated. However, reinforcements had arrived. But I want to cut across the city instead to a certain individual with a smoking habit who is not with the group at present, who saw an opening to go and do something, perhaps, whilst the others were occupied. So tell me, Quinn, where is Violetta at present?
Well, you see, what had happened was, given all of the distraction, she would probably have just, the quickest place probably would have been for her to go to, the safe haven sort of that Ronald the Zeds Silent had for them, and make her own makeshift little barricade on the inside of that.
Okay.
For no particular reason.
Okay, so you create your own little barricade inside the little safe haven that Ratholm had constructed for you. Let's just go with let's say athletics test, just to see how well constructed this barricade is.
Okay. That's not terrible. Do. That is a success.
Okay, so you assemble furniture, chairs, tables, empty chairs and empty tables. Since we're on that lamer's kick,
I deserve it.
and just for added symbolism, you grab a coffin from somewhere, and you barricade this front door. Okay, you are secured within this hovel.
Superb. I go through my things,
Mm-hmm.
pull out, I believe I've got some Epsom salts,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to start casting Magic Circle.
All right. Okay. So with Magic Circle, you have to give me a little refresher on what's involved with that. Do you need to make a test?
Yes, I believe I have to make an incantation test for rituals. Yes. And this one takes, sorry, page numbers.
No, you're okay.
Just a minute.
Sam also looking for it because I've got that as well.
If you're
Where
in
the
the
heck did it
PDF,
go?
it's on page 358.
I'm looking at the actual hard book. Flim flam.
Yeah, I think it's an easy
Oh, there it is.
incantation test.
Okay. Easy incantation test. So roll me that incantation then. If it's easy, that's a plus 20%.
Cool. That's a success.
Okay, so yeah, you have no problem at all getting out your materials, making sure everything is drawn and is accurate and correct. Okay, so as you speak the words, what is it that you are attempting to do?
I would like to see if I can make contact with a particular entity who I'm not sure if they're close or not, but I would certainly like to find out.
Okay, so there's something in the back of your mind, Violetta, that says that you need to move into the center of this circle.
And I
And
do
so as you do, you stand inside and you feel your body grow heavy and your legs begin to give way and you just drop to the ground. You still remain up, but you drop to your knees in the middle of the circle. Your hands splay out to steady yourself, and as they do, you see a intense bright light begin to course its way through the circle that you had drawn, and it's moving closer to you in the center, and you see it get closer and closer to your hands as they're spread out, and you feel it touch you, and you're expecting a heat. It's such a bright, intense light, but it is icy cold as it hits you, and you feel it enter your hands, up your fingers, up your arms, into your body, and your vision grows dark. As you throw your head back and open your eyes, everything is intensely bright.
Well, I've never quite done this before. My dance card's been a bit open, you know. But... Outsider, if you're there, a prince has walked into my city and taken my cousin. And I think we both would agree that a monarch does not need to take power. A monarch is simply born with it. And I have seen what blind devotion does. And that is not what I want anymore. I want to be useful.
So as you say that, you hear in the back of your mind 1,000 voices at once give a low chuckle before you feel the ground beneath you give way, and you seem to be falling and falling and falling through a series of doors that open as you fall. Just seconds before you're due to hit them, door after door after door, and you drop once again onto the ground. You haven't moved, but at the same time, you've fallen so far and for so long. And you can feel the strength in your body begin to return to you. Your arms, you can move now. Your legs are once again yours. And you look up around you in the circle, and you can see hundreds of people, or it looks to be hundreds of people stood around you, their eyes glowing a bright, cold light, as they all reach a hand to you and smile.
And here I thought I might have to be the one to invite you. And I'll take a hand.
Okay, so you take the hand of what appears to be a tall, thin man with white hair. He's quite, his face is quite aged, but he's got a very sort of intelligent look across his face. And he's wearing a simple, plain sort of priest's habit as he helps you to your feet. He smiles and he says, "Fill them with the light."
Is that what we call it?
And he once again smiles. He releases your hand, puts a hand to his chest and bows as everybody in this circle bows. And as they do, they fade away.
Cryptic, I'll give you that. I don't think she knows what to do at this point.
I think it's time for a cigarette.
I think she lights the goddamn cigarette.
As you put the cigarette to your lips and you fish around for your match or your lighter, it lights itself.
Oh. Lovely. We like that. I suppose that is a perk. I attempt to say coyly.
And you are filled with the sense that perhaps there is something new within you now, a new power, a new strength. And as you sort of stand there, you don't feel alone anymore. You felt alone in this room to begin with. You barricaded it, but you can't see these people anymore, but you feel them with you.
Well, that's new. I could get used to that.
I've just noticed we have a smoke tally now up in the corner.
That's just for this session, not for, like, the day.
Accurate. Oh. Whew.
And you, Violetta, you, again, in the back of your mind, you're hearing these sounds, but it's not like you're hearing a voice in this room with you. You're just aware of someone speaking in your mind. And it says to you, go to them. Show them. Your friends need your help.
Friends is a strong word. And it will take me a moment probably to unbarricade myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as Violetta deconstructs constructs her barricade, we cut back again to the torture room, for all intents and purposes, with Alex, with Herta, Scaruut, Arthur, and Scythian. So, due to my notes, combat resumes with Big Lad. So Big Lad is gonna do his thing, I guess. He is in front of Herta, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, you should be. It's great.
I'm in danger.
He is going to hit you.
Oh shit, I think I banked an AP.
Yes, I think he did. So he is going to just try and stab you in the face again with his big spiky arm.
Yes. I do have banked AP. Haha! I made a note.
You better hope this isn't a crit then. It's a crit fail. That's what I get. That's what I get. That's hubris. Okay. So the tyrant sort of lunges past you with this spike, and it misses your face by like a good 3 or 4 inches, and he just sort of whiffs and clatters with the wall, and a spark flies off as the metal strikes against the stone of the wall. And it's a horrible like sound as it does. So that was that was its attack. It can do other things. Let's have a look. It's gonna. Okay, so as it misses with it's gonna spin around, and with its tail, it's gonna attempt to like lash across your face for a stunning blow. So
Let me get my makeup out.
This is an athletics.
You think
test,
I'm kidding?
Which is a 29, which is a success. You need to make me a toughness test.
And I can't dodge this?
No, but you need to make a toughness test to see if you avoid
Right.
being stunned. It's no
That
damage,
is-
it will just stun you.
Thank Christ. Alright, so that is a D100? Yes, toughness.
D100.
It's been a while, sorry folks. Where the F is it? There we go. So we're looking for a 42 for me. Woo! Crit success!
Okay, so you are on it, right? You neoed from the Matrix out of the way of the spike, and as this tail comes around, you're like Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment, and you sort of like woof backwards, because I'm full of up-to-date, relevant references today. You just duck backwards as this tail comes flying for your face, and it does not connect, unfortunately, for Big Lad, which will end his turn. I'm going to bank 1 AP for him, which will bring us to Scaruut.
I am going to charge at the big lads with my deck.
Okay, get him.
Alright, so... that is an 18 to hit.
Okay, he does have 1 AP banked, so I'm going to try and parry that.
Go for it.
So let's see what we got. Nope.
Alright. So then that is a D6. That's good. And then I get an extra D6 for the charge, right?
For a charge, let's have a look. Yes, you do, yep.
Alright. So then that is 11. And I'm actually roll the injuries potential stuff first, and then I'll do the other thing.
Okay, well, I need to know what the total damage is, so I can do his
That
threshold.
is. Oh, because it actually adds my bonus as well. That's right.
Yeah, it should add your BB? Oh, no, CB, sorry.
So that's 16. Yes.
16,
Plus
okay. So that will take him down to lightly wounded, because he's a big lad, which unfortunately isn't enough to start rolling on the injuries table just yet.
But
it's just
since
one
it's vicious,
threshold.
do I get another 1d6 to determine if it would be an injury or not?
That's only if it moves you down to a threshold where you could incur an injury.
Got
So
it.
he's not just there yet.
So, I don't know if you remembered, but last time we played, I put all 3 doses of Folksbane on my Dirk.
You did? Okay.
So it needs to make a challenging, so the minus 10% toughness test.
Okay, minus 10% toughness. Okay. What's this fella got? Alright, minus 10%. Ooh, he succeeds.
All right, not a problem. I'm fine. He's ugly.
But as you sort of you lunge at him, he's a hench fucking rat. This dude is a big fucking muscly rat. It's like it's a big. Yeah, I'm good at words today. But as you lunge forth with your dagger, you cut the flesh, and you hear the sting, the like acidic tinge of this Folksbane to the wound, and he doesn't seem to react to it. It's kind of alarming to look at, really, that this thing takes such a wound, takes such a cut, and doesn't blink.
Don't like that.
No, it's not great.
And then I'm just gonna bank my other AP because now I'm next to this nasty thing.
Okay, so it is time for his smaller, stabbier friend. Because if you think this boy wasn't stabby, this one is also stabby. Sorry, I'm just high-key dying. It's all right. He is going to step forward, and I'm going to roll a d4 to see who he hits, because I'm just feeling that way out. So a 2 is going to be, if I start 1 with Arthur, 4 as Scythian, it's Scaruut. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Going clockwise. So he's going to come at you, Scaruut. Let's have a roll. That is a 21, which is a success, but you did bank an AP. So do you want to parry it? Okay. Just as a heads up,
I was muted, that's why.
Yeah, you good. We did get a crit success donated by Radiator RPG, which I believe has been grabbed by Jay, because it was to whoever claimed it first.
I'm half-sized. I need every advantage I can get.
That's a 46. I needed a 43.
Okay, just as a reminder, we do have our tokens. If you want to reroll.
Yeah, but as soon as I do that, it gives you... this is the small stabby boy, right?
This is a small stabby boy, yeah.
Yeah, nah, I'm just let it happen. If I reroll it, that gives you a reroll, and that's dangerous.
Okay, so let me just... Alright, let's have a look.
Jay, if you don't just start using your crits, you have 3.
I'm a hoarder.
Oh, you lucky fucker. Okay. So, you will take 9. So it would be 9 if that's enough to pass a threshold. That's 9 total.
So it's the 6, 12, 18, 24. So does it technically pass the 6?
It passes the 6, so you move down 1 threshold.
Cool. Lightly wounded. Okay.
Okay, so at this point you are not taking any injuries just yet, but any more and you will start. Do you know what? Fuck it. This thing has a thing called Snicked, where I can use all 3 AP to make 2 attacks. So let's do it. But that is a fail, so that doesn't matter. He comes in once, stabs at you, goes for the second, but he's just not on it, and he misses. Okay.
And that's why I didn't use my reroll.
Okay, so that will be it for Stabby Boy, which will bring us to Scythian.
All right then. So I'm under sort of under orderers. So Scythian will. Who's the one wailing on Herta? That's like big boys. Isn't it?
That's Big Lad. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, big lad.
We have Big Lad and Stabby Boy.
All right, so big lad. We'll see if we can get rid of him. No, that's the other character, Jay. Arthur can't do this because Arthur's not big and strong. So I will use Scythian's issue challenge to mark the big lad to make him defenseless to all melee attacks. And then I'm going to try and knock him out.
Okay.
Using my big old shield. I don't know if it's big. It's just wooden.
Okay. So
Very
you need to make an
different to-
athletics test.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Oh.
That's not in the
I'm
box.
guessing. Oh, is it not in the box? Where is it?
No, it didn't show up.
Oh, it must be that 80, surely.
That 80's mine.
Oh no, wait. Sorry. I think it's the person I'm attacking needs to make the roll, or is it I need to make the roll?
So I'm reading here, knockout. When foe is defenseless or surprised, make an athletics test or be knocked out. Oh yeah, it's me. Never mind. Whoops. Sorry, friends. Okay, athletics test for Big Lad is, what's he got?
Ooh.
Oh! He has 2 points off. So, as Scythian charges, he pulls up the shield and basically, like, overhand jump punches, like a Superman punches this rat in the face with the edge of the shield. And it's one of these, like, oak shields with iron banding. The iron banding connects with his ratty teeth and knocks his front 2 teeth out as it just pushes back into its skull, and it just falls flat unconscious.
Oh damn! Oh damn! Okay. So he's knocked out, which makes them helpless. If I'm right.
Yep.
Okay. So, and look, this isn't me doing this. All right. I'm kind and lovely.
Oh wait. You need to. What's his BB? His brawn bonus?
Let's have a look. My Scythian's BB is 6.
6. Okay, so he's knocked out for 6 turns. And he takes 2d10 plus 6 peril.
Okay. Where's my VMix cool gone? There it is. Do you want me to roll the 2d10s?
Yes, please. Because you are piloting Scythian tonight.
16 for the 2d10s, so 22.
22?
Was it 2d10s plus 6 you just said, wasn't it? Check the sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's down to... Ooh. Okay. Oof. All right, so Big Lad is unconscious and is getting now on the peril tracker.
Yeah. Now, what I will do is I will make a martial melee attack against him.
Yep.
Helpless on the floor with my mortuary sword.
Do it.
Let's see what my target is. Martial melee. I have 1 rank in, 49, so 59 is the target for a hit. Oh, crit success! Tom, I'm so sorry.
You have
Not
ruined
only-
Scythian for Tom for like the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, stab him extra good. Okay, roll that damage for me. So that's a chaos die plus his CB.
Okay, what's my CB is 7 plus chaos is 1d6. 7 plus 4, 11 damage.
11, okay.
Now,
So-
I didn't have a chance to check this, so I'm going purely on Tom's intel. But he's mentioned that any damage to a helpless person is instant death.
Oh.
Because I've knocked him out, he's now helpless. I think it's like when Arthur Arthur murdered the guy on the floor, that
Yes.
it's one of
You're
those.
absolutely right. Okay, so as Scythian steps forward, he knocked out the tyrant, fueled by his rage about what happened to Alex and the fact that he's only just now starting to kick ass in combat. This is his raison d'etre, and he's not doing it, but it's this new power as a chevalier that is kicked in, and he knocks out the rat, steps forward, draws his sword, and plunges it deep within the neck of this creature, and he just wiggles it around. And there's a horrible crunching, wet, sloshing sound as this rat's throat is just opened and it bleeds out on the ground.
I mean, I'd imagine Siphon would stand there and say, "No, I won't. No, I won't do it.
Do it.
I'm not going to
Do it. Do it, Jay.
Because I'm a chevalier. Yours is silent." And then I'll bank for the last AP.
Nailed it. All right. Okay.
Never give me control of your character, any other players. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
I need to hear you do every character now.
Okay. But speaking of doing other characters, it's Arthur's turn.
All right, fucking hell, let's go. So there's only Stabby Boy, like meet Stabby Boy left, isn't there?
Yep. Stabby Boy is left.
Cool. So I will attempt to blind him with dirty tricks first. Let me just double check. It's just a straight guile, isn't it? Dirty tricks, make a guile test, yeah. And
Yeah.
you must resist awareness. So my guile now these days is... where's guile? 42. Okay, 52 is my target.
Okay.
See,
Ooh!
that'll do. No, I
Okay,
won't do
so-
any. I can. I have a new skill where I can re-roll that.
Do you have to take the second result, or is it
I have
reroll
to
and
take
take
the
better?
second, but then I've got my other. I have to take the second result, but then I've got my other skill that would flip it, and if I flip it, it makes it a crit success. So provided the re-roll, it could be flippable to a crit success. Because then he can't stop himself, can he? He will be blinded
If
if,
it's
I crit
correct,
success.
yeah.
Let's do the thing. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to use my this is my beggar trait to re-roll any guile test. I have to take this result. 73, which I will flip to a 37, making it a success and a crit success.
Okay, that's disgusting. But how does Arthur blind this thing?
I think this is his trademark now, because he's so low to the ground. He just runs along, like scooping up dirt and just horrid like guts and stuff from the torture room floor, and then just scrambles up like a little rat thing, because now he's dressed as a rat still. Like hangs on his neck and just like rubs it in his face as hard as he can.
So like an extremely low budget version of Attack on Titan, Arthur Naruto runs, grabs some dirt, climbs up the Stabby Boy, rubs it in his face, and drops down. Okay, that was 1 AP. What do you like? What are you doing next?
Now I'm straddling the man. I will attempt to stab him with my stiletto. Simple melee, 42, 52 again for the target. 6. So
Okay, so can't spell dodge or parry. All right, roll that damage.
So CB plus D6. My CB is only 3 because I'm only little.
Oh,
D6.
he's only little.
Oh wow! So that's 4 damage with my stiletto.
Well, unfortunately, that's not enough to go past the damage threshold. But you do stab him with your little cocktail stick.
I do.
Like a borrower.
Do I bank that AP? I will attack again with the stiletto.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to use one of my crit successes.
Oh, wait, you can't do 2 attacks
Can't do the
in a
same.
round. No, it was only
Okay.
because that one guy used all 3 of his AP to do it.
In which
he has
case,
an
I'll
ability.
bank that final AP then.
Okay.
Cool. That's me.
Okay, so that is Arthur, which will take us to Hector.
Well, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. We're going to toss another dot at Tiny Stabby Boy. Not our Tiny Stabby Boy, but the other one. So yeah, we're just going to toss
Okay,
a
are you
dart.
channeling?
Fuck it, yeah, I am. Let's do it.
All right.
And
Oh, Angie, come on.
so, but this is an incantation test, right?
Yeah.
My percentage is 68, so it's still a success. I'm so sad it's not a 69, you guys.
Do you know what? I will give you that 1%.
I love you, Susie. You are the
'Cause that's
best.
the saddest story I've ever heard.
Oh,
There you go. Gifts from
Bless.
GM. Okay. So that incantation hits. The
Alrighty,
magic
which
dart
is
hits.
a D10. Gosh, I think it's plus my WB, which is 5, so that'll be 10 in total.
10 total. Okay, that bumps him down to moderately wounded.
And we're going to move away.
Okay. But he is now on moderately wounded, which means we get to roll to see if he is hurt. So I'm going to roll a d6. If it's a 6, then he gets a injury. Nope. Okay. The darts hit his tiny body. You manage to fling them past Arthur when he's there with his little stabby knife. And this guy's got dirt in his face, so ow, what the fuck is happening? He gets blasted by magic. Alright, Big Lad is dead. He got shanked. It is down to Scaruut.
I'm just gonna stab the annoying small one.
Get him.
I don't like them existing. That is a crit fail, so I
Sure is.
am just gonna let it happen.
You're really not giving me power tonight, huh?
No, I'm not. I am very
fine.
cautious, and I'm gonna bank that 2 AP.
Already banking 2. Damn, okay.
Yes, I am.
Alright, it is Stabby Boy's turn. It is now his turn. He's managed to rub away the dirt from his eyes that Arthur did. And he is going to spin around to Arthur. And with his angry little face, is going to scream at him a series of very, very offensive rat swears that Arthur probably doesn't understand. But it will get us demonetized for sure. And he's going to use all 3 AP to just stab the shit out of Arthur. Okay,
Wow.
so that's a 60, which is a successful hit, and let me do the other one just to see. 22 is a crit, so you would be able to parry the first, but unable to do the second.
Oh man. Okay. So because I'm Arthur, I'm just going to quickly do the maths. Okay. Additionally, so I can substitute guile for parry. So that is now 42. 52 is my target to parry.
Mm-hmm.
5, which I will not flip. I will use my beggar and re-roll that.
Uh-huh.
97. And even if I flip that, it doesn't help.
Nope.
Additionally, no. So I don't parry the first one either.
Okay.
I'm taking it all.
I mean, they're right there.
I'm gonna use a reroll. God damn it. I've not taken a wound or anything yet this whole combat. 10.
Okay,
Susie,
so
did you
10.
look over at me when he said he was gonna take a reroll? Because I felt it. Oh, okay.
Do I get anything?
gestured to the coins. I would never do such a thing, Gabe.
Never. If I crit success of parried, that doesn't. You don't get anything for that, do you? It's just
No,
Cool.
you just parry it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's an
I won't
extra
bother
cool
flipping.
looking parry.
Oh, well, then I'll flip it so that it's a 1, just that it looks cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like you block it behind your head without even looking,
Yeah.
like ting. But as you're so focused on looking incredibly cool and handsome and like you should be painted like this, blocking the first, you fail to see the second as it comes in and just gets you. So let me roll this damage. And yes, that was a reroll used. Do you know what? Because you use a reroll, I'm going to use my fortune token to set this to 6. Because you can do that with your Fury and Chaos die. So that's 1 6 at least. And then
Why?
another 6, that's
Why have
12.
you got to be like that?
13. That's going to be 21.
Oh, damn. 1. Okay. 1, 2. I am now seriously wounded.
Okay, Jay, roll me 2d6, please.
I don't want to. 2d6.
Oh, you do
Minus
take an
6.
injury.
I'm a wizard.
Okay, so I'm going to roll d100 just to see what injury you take. That is a 17. You get a busted kneecap.
Oh, but they're
Until
only
fully
little.
recuperated, anytime you fail a skill test that relies on brawn or agility, you suffer 2d12 plus 2 physical peril.
Oh! Wow! Okay, that was it agility and
Agility and no, it's just agility and brawn.
brawn? Okay.
So every time you fail one, that's 2d10 plus 2 physical peril.
Cool.
All right. Okay. So that is Stabby Boy's turn, and he looks very satisfied with himself as he went for a high strike, which he parried, and he span his sort of like he's got like almost like a halberd kind of, but a shorter. He spins it round and he comes down for the knees and just slices the shit out of the back of your knee, Arthur. It sort of
He must
brings
have
you
leant down really low.
He did. It was more like a little spin on the ground, right? It was like okay. So that is Stabby Boy, which will bring us to the top of the round. So Violetta, are you rushing to this scene?
Yes.
Okay. We will say then that we've had a good couple of rounds so far, and not necessarily you weren't doing the ritual at the same time as this fight was happening, that was just as they left.
Mhm.
So I would say that you are coming up on the scene. If you want to roll me initiative,
Yes.
so it would be 1d10 plus your movement. Is it? No, I always get it wrong every time.
No, there's an initiative thing.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's already there on your sheet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 1d10. Nope, come here. Over here. So that's a 16.
Jeez. Okay. I think then that makes you come in. Oh, right. You come in at the top of the round because everybody rolled like trash.
How
So-
convenient.
Violetta, you arrive just to see the blood spurt out of the back of Arthur's knee and him like drop on one side. It is your turn.
Oof. How many foes are there?
You can see one standing. You see the
One
bodies of a
standing.
couple of other rats, but there's one up right now.
Okay, well this will be fun. We have new toys to play with. So I'm gonna see that
Mm-hmm.
and just go, oh, that won't do. And reaching into this new well of power I seem to have opened myself up to through some means I don't possibly know what they could be. I'd like to cast Rend Chaos.
Okay.
And I'd also like to channel that.
All right.
I forget how this works because I've never done it.
Okay, so you can spend 1 or 2 AP to channel.
Mhm.
If you do, you roll 1d6 chaos die. If it hits a 6, you
Okay.
get a chaos manifestation.
But with my Diabolist feature, when you would potentially invoke a chaos manifestation, you must roll 2 or more 6 of the chaos die to invoke it. Otherwise, ignore the results.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I will do 1. I will channel 1 AP, and then the spell costs 2 AP. So is that
Okay.
just an incantation test?
It would be an incantation, but let's roll your 2 chaos die just at the start for your channel.
Okay. That's not what I wanted to roll.
Good.
There's the first one.
It's D6s. That's a
D6s.
D10. Yeah.
I'm just rolling numbers now.
No, you good. Don't worry.
There's the first one. No, what? And the second one.
Oh, come on, guys. Give me a 6. I want a chaos manifestation. All
Maybe
right.
next time.
Maybe next time. Okay, so roll me that incantation test.
Okay.
Unless you've already done it. I missed that.
Okay. Now that one is the percentile. Come here. Da-da-da.
Oh! Oh!
So I just absentmindedly kind of run a hand over my scar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do have to ask, is this foe classified as abyssal, or are they an occultist to any of the princes?
No.
Okay. Darn, they don't get set on fire. We have your toys, friends. So I'll just run a hand over my scar, and just some, like, really dark, nasty-looking lightning kind of manifests over this, stabby boy, and he takes 2d10 plus 5. First one. Second one. So 16 points.
16. Okay. Ooh, okay. This moves him down. This is physical damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. He moves down to grievously wounded, which means I must roll 3d6 to determine whether he takes an injury. He does not. By some mercy, maybe. Okay, so question, what does your Rend Chaos spell look like? How does it manifest?
I think it's kind of like black lightning, sort of. I think that's what the flavor text says. I like to imagine through veins a little bit, because, you know, that's fun.
Yeah. All right, that looks gnarly. I imagine there's like almost like a flash, and you feel it maybe coursing through your scars. You extend your hand and channel this power through you. This dark energy lightning zaps the creature. You see its body convulse and shake. Its eyes grow wide. There's a little bit of foam at the side of its mouth as it's filled with chaos. And its body, as it releases, drops, and you can see it's fatigued. You see, its arms aren't as raised as it was with its mini halberd. It's slumping. It's breathing heavily. Okay, so that was all of your AP to channel and cast that spell. All right, which will bring us to Scythian.
So, I'm not going to do exactly the same again. That'll be dull. So the only guy who's left, I'll issue the challenge to him as well, because then he can't do anything, and we will. No, that's Arthur. I was like, Arthur's weapons are rubbish. I will go for the fire-hardened spear.
Oh, okay.
Because it just sounds cool. I don't know what it does, Tom, but it sounds cool.
It's just a bit of wood.
Bit of wood, yeah. He burnt it a little bit once. Simple melee.
Just the
49.
tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip, yeah. Jesus.
It is!
49, 59, 59. I'm ignoring it. I'm moving on. 59. 31.
All right. Great. Okay. So roll that damage.
Let's have a look. So this is 6 plus CB plus 1. CB is 7. Okay, so 7 plus 5. Hang on, where are we? 7 plus 6. That's 13, 14, 19 points of damage.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. How does Siphon kill this thing?
So I just like let Tom narrate from chat. I imagine like he sees this weird lightning storm thing go off, has no idea what's going on. It's just like, we need to get out of here. Grabs his spear. Like I imagine like he almost like throws his shield like Captain America, and it just slots into his back, as in then he pulls out the spear and just does like a full lunge, like right into like the coccyx, like the spine and the bottom of the back, just in, and then just like twists and needles it until he just feels the rat just go limp on the end of the spear.
So cinematically in Siphon's head, as he puts his shield, he pulls out the spear. He remembers training as a youth with Alex there at the temple as kids. The spear work was the first thing they learned training martially, and he remembers the drills they did and how Alex always used to taunt him for his shitty lunges, but he's like, no, not this time, Alex. And he pulls it out, lunges, and he goes straight in there, and he wriggles it around, and he rends it out, and he very satisfyingly brings out the spear. As the creature has that confused look on its face, the foam still hanging out the side of its mouth from the chaos that was rendered through its form, and it sort of does that classical confused face that they do in movies, and then he's gonna drop and die. And
I told you, I'm a chevalier. All right, let's go.
Every time you do that, it just... Oh, part of me dies inside.
Come on, that's
Could have
Steve's
necrosis
dog.
inside
Let's
of
go.
Okay, so you are in a room full of dead rats. Alex is unconscious for a little bit longer. What would you like to do?
Arthur's just on the floor, by the way, going, my fucking knee. And I'm guessing I'm probably hobbling now as well. Like I'm just picking myself up, propping myself against the wall, looking around at the utter chaos.
Sorry, missed the mute button.
So we need to get out as quickly as possible.
Yes.
And we have a general pathway out.
I imagine as well, like Siphon, I don't know if you want me to kind of... I've got a mild edict from Thomas, thought he would, like, what Siphon would want. So Siphon is already, like, spears away. He's, like, picking Alex up, putting her over the shoulder, already, like, starting to, let's go. Let's move.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Arthur, do you need help getting out of here? Or
I mean, I can walk.
Can
if
you?
anyone's got like a bandage or anything, maybe just something a little bit lean on, that'd be all right.
yeah,
you know.
yeah, and she'll just like hold her hand down to like pull him up, give him her arm to like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to see you're all still alive.
Where the fuck have you been?
Oh, hello, Captain. Come lately.
I was delayed slightly.
Was all that lightning bollocks? Where was that 3 days ago?
Well, not here. It's here now.
Fucking.
We need to go. We can talk about your tardiness later.
Agreed.
Okay. So, as you head back out into that sort of, it was almost like a pen, right? It was like a big sandy area where these people and the youths, the little huts around the edges with these horrible machines. You can hear now that a lot of whatever is within these sort of individual chambers are now fighting against the door. You hear kicking, you hear shouting, you hear these horrible ratty screams, and it's screaming you can hear coming from within them. As all around you now, the city is erupted with these cowbells of distress, and you can see over the horizon that there's a lot of activity happening near the pit, and you can almost hear, because this is all underground, right? It's like a big cavern, so the sound of here echoes. You hear the yapping of a tiny, adorable Pomeranian and the confused screams of a bunch of rat folk. But for the time being, you are alone in this sort of area, but I would like everybody to make me awareness tests.
So.
Woo. Woo.
I'm
The
just gonna-
ladies do fucking everything.
Not a lady.
Sorry. My bad.
Everyone that's not in.
pronoun?
Everyone that's terrible morals is doing well.
Wow. Okay.
Excuse you.
So let's get the rolls from everybody. Arthur, what did you get?
So that's a 38 for Scythian, which is a success, and then a crit success for Arthur.
All right. Scaruut,
75.
75. Okay. Violetta,
10.
10. And Herta.
2.
Okay, so everybody except Scaruut. Scaruut, you are intensely focused on your immediate vicinity. You're ready, you're primed for more of these rat fuckers to like burst out of these chambers or just arrive. And the rest of you, your heads are on a swivel because you know this whole city's now on high alert. You don't immediately detect anything, but you get the feeling that pretty soon, because of the sound and commotion that was just made here, there's gonna be a lot of ratmen here. So, what would you like to do?
I keep going. I'm going to go find Ronald and bring him with us. I don't think he's safe down here.
I don't know if it's safe for us to split up, Scaruut. All right, I got a busted knee. Armor boys lumbering Alex out.
I'm literally the least injured and the sneakiest.
But
and
you're also the
Ronald,
stabbiest.
He knows these tunnels.
Yeah, but that just means he'll be able to get out. All right.
Exactly.
We need all of us. He'll be all right. He knows how to sneak out. We know
Arthur,
where we're going, don't we?
He's an idiot. He was going to go
Yeah.
raise the revolution by himself.
I think
What?
Scaruut also knows how to sneak around.
I might be the stabbiest, but we're not going to get out of here just by stabbing our way through. There are hundreds of them.
All right. You do you.
Chaos is our friend. I'll see you up top. The first
don't-
round's
don't-
on me.
Don't do anything like, stupid. All right.
Can I scrutinize Scaruut?
Sure.
You sure can scrutinize Scaruut, should you wish to.
I'd also
I would
like to
like-
do a final portent for
Okay.
him, like as we're getting ready to move. So that'll be an incantation test. Wink. Ooh, I'm gonna reroll.
Okay,
No!
using a reroll.
No!
Really? Sorry, guys, I'm breaking it. Combo breaker for nothing.
That's a success to scrutinize.
All right, Scaruut, you actually, I would like you to make me a. Let's have a look, because I know what you're up to. Make me a guile test.
Guile?
Oh,
All
skullduggery. Yeah, skullduggery works because of your specific skills.
That's the one I'm good at. It's a 37. That's a success.
Okay, so Violetta, you're trying to read Scaruut, but he is very. You can tell he's very practiced at keeping a neutral expression, and that's what hearing right now. You can't read his face by design. So you're aware that he's holding a neutral expression, but you can't quite divine why or what his true feelings are right now.
Okay. So I'll just give him a once-over and a knowing look. And,
Don't die. I'm gonna
Don't die.
You this beer.
Okay, so Scaruut, you scuttle off into the darkness. I would like you to make me that stealth roll, just for you to slip into the shadows.
All right. Let's see, what's that value? 64. And that's a 7.
Throwing me off.
Okay, yes, Scaruut,
Okay.
you hit a patch of shadow and you are fucking invisible. You're just gone.
Hell yes. Alright, I got a date with the blue eyes.
So Scaruut disappears into the darkness. Meanwhile, Scythian is holding Alex, and he gives you that very determined, I have to do the right thing, I'm a noble, spirited person, sort of frown that Scythian does, and he starts trudging back into town towards where you had been previously holed up.
do Hart and I remember the route that Ronald the Zeds are silent led us out the last time we went to the surface?
Yeah, for sure. I would
Okay.
say that you remember it, because he would have told you, like as he does. He was quite chatty that day to be like, take a left here and then do this and that and then go up that way and don't do that one because if you do that one then blah 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 blah. But yeah, you would be able to memorize it.
Right. This way, let's go, shall we? And I'll head off in whatever the most covert way that he told us. The most direct and covert is the goal.
Okay, so I would like a round of stealth checks from everybody then. We will say for Scythian, this is going to be hard at minus 20% as he does have a full-size human woman on his shoulders, and she's a big lass.
I was gonna say,
Right. Tall and
So-
muscular. And...
Arthur.
Can I use one of like the crit success I claimed earlier? Can I use it as when I'm playing as Scythian?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna crit
Aw.
success that because otherwise that's an 18. He's got a hit, and even me rolling for Tom is not that good.
Okay, so Scythian very quietly steps forward. Okay, so Arthur, what was your final roll?
That's a fail for Arthur.
Fail. Okay, it's a 53. Violetta?
I rolled a 74, but I would like to use my final crit success.
Okay. I mean, typically, I usually ask for those before the roll, but in
That's
this
valid.
circumstance, I will let you use it.
You were merciful.
I am. Don't forget it. And so humble. And Angie, what did Herta get?
Oh my god, a fail with a fucking 62.
62. Holy shit. Okay, so Violetta, you are up next to Scythian and you're helping him support Alex and move quietly. Between the two of you, your footsteps are lightened and you can carry that, sort of share that burden and move very quietly. Arthur and Herta, I don't know what happened.
We're hindering each other. Like it's like Hetta's like, just let me fucking carry you. And he's probably just like,
I am an autonomous person. I'm just injured. All right. Don't walk so fast. Jesus.
this is why I want to fucking pick you up. Like, that's probably what the argument is. Right
So they're bickering quietly,
Yeah.
but it's enough to
Never pick up a
reveal-
halfling.
It's enough to reveal your position as Scythian and Violetta are like, oh my god. And then Scythian's like, those two should shut up. Is Violetta lighting a second cigarette? Number
Do I
two.
still get to do it spontaneously?
Oh yeah. At this point, from whenever forward, your cigarette just lights itself.
Oh, we love to see it. Oh,
I mean, it's the perk of selling your soul, right?
that's not what I did, Angie, Susie. I know names. I
Okay, so, and Scythian kind of side-eyes you a little bit, but he doesn't say anything because he's a cool, calm, quiet hero. a cigarette lights itself. He thinks maybe he just missed it. Bizarrely, the lit cigarette does not give you away in the alleyways as you are making your way to the surface. However, as you make your way back, we are going to traverse once more across the city to Scaruut, who is very quietly ducking in alleyways, up on rooftops, and hiding behind bins where it is appropriate to quietly make his way to the pit. And you can see that there is a huge amount of Skazak here. The stands, it's like a Colosseum-esque sort of depression in the ground here with tiers of stalls where people sit. And it is rammed to like above capacity. And you're watching Scaruut as you see all these Skazak. You've got a good vantage on a roof, like right in the corner, like Spawn or Batman watching this happen. As you can see, this place is rammed full of Skazak. You see in the middle this tiny Pomeranian, and you see 4 gladiatorial Skazak who are kind of like back and jabbing at it with these spears. They're terrified of this tiny fluffy dog, and these are big muscular, like, you know, myrmidon like helmets with the one arm and the trident and the net, and they're like at this tiny dog that is giving off big woofs indeed. And you can see, Scaruut, from where you're sat, the sort of box where Blue Eyes is sat, and she's on a big lush throne that is still shittily constructed because they're still ratmen, but there's like stolen purple fabric silk beneath her, and she's there in all her glory, wearing like teeth and coin necklaces, like multiple, and she's been waited on hand and foot by these servants around. And you hear like her laughing and jovial nature as these Skazak are terrified. What would you like to do?
I am going to. So is it just her in the box?
There's her and a couple of like servants, so smaller, like Ronald, the Zenta-sized Skazak, which are sort of tending to her. You got little trays with like food on it, and you can see she's got like what appears to be, you know, like a shisha, like a hookah pipe.
Yes.
Next to her. You can see in it is the blue witch stone, and she seems every now and then she'll just take a drag of it, and she's cheering.
Ooh, okay. I'm just going to try to get to her and stab her, preferably in the face.
Okay. Okay. So, getting to her is going to be tricky. I would like a second stealth test. This is going to be hard at minus 20%.
Okay. Can I at all try to blend into the crowd to get closer to her? And like, is that possible? Or is it specifically just stealthing to her without being seen at all?
Well, it depends on your approach. So right now, I expected it was like try and enter through like a passageway, like maybe follow like a servant or something going through,
Yes.
rather than the crowd. So going through the crowd would probably be more difficult because you have to pass through more Skazak that would notice that you are not also a Skazak.
But I could get to her through the crowd.
You could potentially get to her through the crowd, yeah.
I actually took the assassin expertise, and part of it is you automatically succeed at all skill tests to blend into crowds unless you give yourself away by running through them or failing to conceal a drawn weapon.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, for sure. All right, then you manage to you grab like or you pull up a hood or something, and you just merge in with the crowds that are pushing towards the edge of the arena. You manage to slowly make your way through. You practice at this. You do the little Assassin's Creed hand on the shoulder as you pass through them trick, and you make your way down and towards the edge of her booth. So you would have to sort of climb up and over, but right now you're like you can see her from this crowd. You're like close. You just need to scale that little wall that would get you into her box,
Worth it.
and then you're there.
Much better. Let's try to do that.
Okay, you try and do that quietly, stealthily.
Yes.
All right.
So that is still a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is going to be hard at minus 20% because there are a lot of Skazak around you.
So minus 20. That I needed a 64. Hard is minus 20, so that'd be a 44.
Yeah.
No, my math is wrong. I rolled a 54.
Mm-hmm.
Minus 20. Yeah, so that'd be a failure, actually.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a re-roll because I'm going to re-roll it.
All right.
Oh, come on. No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So here's what happens. You climb the edge of the box and you go unseen by the crowd. They're too focused on the Pomeranian, which is now gnawing on the leg of one of the gladiators, who is on the ground crying and screaming. His weapon is long forgotten, as this Pomeranian is just like at his trouser leg. And you know the spectators in the crowds are all like, ah! And there's a little announcer that's like, and glitter 24601 is felled by the horrible tiny hell beast. And the cheers go up as this has happened, and as you sort of pop up over the side of the booth, Scaruut, you think that this is the perfect chance, the distraction. The queen seems to be watching, and as you hop up over, you do your little 3-point stealthy landing, her head turns to look at you. Oh, a guest!
Hello, my lady.
And what
I
can
have
I
an
do
offer.
for a fleshy?
I have an offer for you.
Oh, really?
Yes. You want to own everything above, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And you'd like to do it quickly and without their knowing, yes?
Perhaps.
You have lost a champion, I regret to inform you.
Oh?
Would you like a new one?
And she throws her head back, puts a hand up to her face, and goes, oh! Yes. Are you offering?
It depends what you have to give.
I can make you beautiful. I can change you in ways you have not even thought.
You offer beauty and power.
Of course.
I go almost into a kneel.
Mm-hmm.
And would you give me the ability to turn my enemies into yours, my queen?
She smiles and she gestures to the seat next to her and pats it. And it's horrible. Like, she's got these horrible, like, talony hands as she pats it. And she says, sit next to me, my pet, and we shall talk.
I'm gonna take a seat.
Okay. And her hand comes out and sort of pets your head, and it's horrible and condescending. Meanwhile, we cut back across the city to Arthur, Violetta, Herta, and Scythian. You are making your way to the exit from which Ronald showed you. But you can see up ahead that there appears to be armed guards blocking the way, the tunnel that you had been shown. You can hear the clanging again of the cowbell, and you overhear them almost go, talking amongst themselves, and they kind of seem to. It's the classic goon of like, oh, can't believe I'm here, not at the pit where the good stuff is happening. Got to watch all the fucking exits. Fucking grumble. And the other one's like, yeah, well, it's for the queen and we love her. And it's like, yeah, fucking. And they're having that typical goon conversation of guards. But there is a good 4 or 5 of them up here that you can see.
Why am I doing this? I'll probably just shake Herta's hand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I think I'll walk on my own from here and snap my hand back. I know, I'm gonna do the thing again. All right, just don't let me die. All right, you magic person, get ready to magic them. All right, if this doesn't work. All right. Okay, filling me with confidence. All right. And Arthur wants to walk up to all 4 of them, please.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm going to walk up limping.
As you walk up, you see them all. They immediately snap to you, draw the weapons, and aim down at you. They've all got spears. I don't know why I'm doing like a crossbow motion when they're all with spears, but shut up. It's just they reload their arms. Okay, so they're all aiming their weapons at you, and one is like, "The fuck do you want?"
And I'm really really hamming up my knee, sloping forward because I'm still disguised as whatever I look like. I'll be like,
yeah.
Oh, it's happened. Oh my days, it's finally fucking happened. The
What's
Three-Toe Clan, they're back.
What?
You know them 3-Finger Clan, Claw Clan people, they're back, aren't they? Oh, fucking hell. There were rumours in the market, in the pits. It's all fucking kicked off. Look what they did to me. Oh, my fucking knee. They're gonna overrun the city. All of it is all gonna go. It's all going in it. Oh, fucking hell.
All right. And
I'm trying to deceive the fuck out of them.
They kind of all look around each other like, fucking, the what? Who? But go ahead and roll me that check. I believe it'd be guile, or what is it that you've got?
I'm going for my guile for deception.
Yeah, guile.
So that's 42, 52, different class, 62, 72 to hit. 38. I'm not going to try and get a crit this time, so I'll leave it at 38.
Okay, 38. Okay, I am going to just quickly have them look at you, just scrutinize you.
Oh no. How could they possibly not trust me?
I don't know. How could they possibly not trust you?
I think while they're doing...
As the fat bird?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, I'll be doing that thing where, in the TV version of this show, the guards are sort of looking at each other, mumbling, and I'm doing that thing where I keep looking back at the group, I don't fucking know. Oh, I don't have a clue. Might not be working. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see them. They're talking. They sort of huddle themselves. It's like, boys, coming. What is fucking Three-Toe Clan? I fucking know the Three-Toe Clan. What are you talking about? Three-Toe Clan?
Yeah.
Fucking. And then one of them pokes his head back up and goes, "What? You said Three-Toe Clan's taking over the city, in the pit?"
They're trying it. They've attacked everything. The pits is all kicked off. There's the little yappy thing. That's fucking going right off, son. It's kicked off. Marketplace. They popped up there. There's a brawl going on. Full on claw on claw action. It's mental.
1 minute, and then come back to the huddle, and you hear fucking huddle. What? And they kind of look at you for a second, and it says, "Well, what do you want then outside? Then you running away?"
Well, I mean, look at me. I'm not running anywhere, mate. I'm hobbling at best, but I'm trying to live. But no, they need you in the. If you don't go, right? help, we're all done for. I'm not even. I'm like, you might think that's hyperbole or like I'm being melodramatic, right? I don't want to bamboozle you with an advanced linguistics like I'm a fucking thesaurus, all right? But you down in the pits, spears. I'm just saying that could be a whole new story, like the heroes at the gate who saved the town. That's not on me to say. That's down to your actions. But just could be you. Could be you, couldn't it?
Okay, and then so they're once more back into the huddle because rule of threes is funny, and they talk and blah 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 blah, and at this point the one that comes up looks at you again. He goes, "All right, I'm sending these 3 lads down to the market. I've got to stay here. There's got to be one of us at the post."
Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I come and sit with you just for a little bit? Oh, you make me feel so safe.
Come have a seat.
All
Yeah,
right.
be right.
All right. Okay. And I'll just hobble over and just sit next to him.
Yeah, he pulls out like a little picnic chair that they've stolen from the surface. There's like a thermos, fantasy thermos, and it's just he's got like a little packed lunch, and he pulls as he sits you down. He's like just have like idle chatter, and then he reaches into his little shitty armor and pulls out this drawing, and it's just like a really childlike drawing of Blue Eyes. He says, "Do you like this? I drew it for my mum. I was going to give it to her."
I mean, I know we've only just met, but the stroke work on this, I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, have you heard of Leonardo da Vinci? He's a very famous, him, right?
Yeah.
Shit's all over him. This does, right?
Do we have to kill this guard? He's so precious and wholesome.
You never have to do anything.
Well, I showed it to my friend, I don't know what his name is, but I can't think of any other male names right now. Arat, yeah. Showed it to my friend Arat, and he said it was like the work of Ratgon Sheila, right? Because of the lines and, the, like the emotion in it, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can feel it. I feel like you're going for like an examination of what it means to be a rat in modern day Heartholm, right? And the sort of oppression and the capitalist state that we all live upon that puts a shoe down upon us all so that the humble man can't rise himself up. I feel that very much there.
It's like that work of that famous one, R.S. Lowry, right? Because we all know the R stands for Rat S. Lowry, with his matchstick rats and his matchstick cats and his...
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like it's sort of an expressionist montage a la like Salvador Ratley. I feel like, if I turn this to a slight angle, it's a different image, isn't it? And we can all see ourselves in it at some point.
Yeah.
Finding.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, when I get out of here, I want to exhibit you, right? When I get back up, I'm a gallery owner, actually. Yeah, I've got a small gallery up in the city. Be very exotic, exhibiting these artworks.
I like that a lot. Yeah, it'd be really good.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I imagine, like, with one hand, I'm like motioning, like, come on, fucking hell. Can't paper bullshit about art for another half an hour. Get the fucking move on.
I mean, I could. I got an art degree. This is my whole degree.
I've gone through all the artists I know now. I'm done.
So, as you do the little hand to Violetta and Herta and Scythian, what are you lot doing?
Well,
Are we supposed to attack? I don't know what we're supposed to do.
I'll just kind of look at Scythian and point at the exit and shrug.
Don't look at me. I'm a chevalier.
All right, never speak to me again.
Just
Let's go.
got to get Alex out. Just got to get Alex out.
So that's why I'm pointing. That's
okay.
Quiet.
All right. Let's go.
never again.
Matthew McConaughey? Okay, so, Angie, you might need to give us a refresh. You're a bit iffy. Okay, so, Arthur, I would like one final guile test for you as you try and bullshit this rat about ratty artists.
Okay. I know that's
He's now talking about Rat Fons Muka, his favorite Rat Nouveau artist.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, what's your favorite piece of theirs?
He's talking about the Ratte champagne adverts, which you may have seen all over Ratholm.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a success, which I will flip to make it a crit success for no reason. That's the. Now I know even more about art for some reason.
And he's just about to get on to his favorite Art Deco furniture maker, Ratne Macintosh, before he doesn't notice as Violetta, Scythian, and Heather scooch on past. But I would like a stealth test, please.
I'm gonna use a reroll.
I would like to use a reroll.
Okie dokie, go
That is
for it.
way fucking better.
I would just like to shout out Hieratimus Bosch from the chat. That is inspired.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what did we get for our re-rolled stealth tests?
I got a 97. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I
97 for
originally
Violetta.
rolled a 48, and then I got a 22.
22. And for Scythian, Jay?
It's a good point. I should probably roll for him.
Maybe.
He gets this. Definitely a fail.
Okay.
Will I use a reroll on behalf of Sophia? How long have we got left? An hour and a quarter. We're trying to get out. This is super important. I'm going to use a reroll as Sophian.
Okay. Oh! Okay, so cut back to Arthur with this rat, and he says, well, I really like the use of light and colour and chiaroscuro in Ratavaggio's work, but and he notices, he sees and hears Scythian with Alex over his shoulders, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And he's just moving to get up. I'm gonna give you a chance to do something, Arthur.
Where's his bit of artwork?
He's got it in his hand.
Oh no, I can't run because I've got a busted knee. I think I'll just say, hang on, stop! You've ripped your fucking artwork.
Okay, so roll me a guile to bamboozle him for a second to distract him.
Okay. Yep, success.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll like a general test for him just to see if he catches on. Nah, he's dumb as a fucking brick.
Very educated in art.
Much like most art students, hearing that something happened to his work, he's like, and he looks down and he's staring at it, inspecting it for anything just to make sure it's fine, which will give you a chance to leg it.
Yeah, I'll just like slow.
Okay.
Does this guard have a bell, or is it just vocal cords?
Just vocal cords.
I would like to, if there's time while this is happening in this brief opening, slip a hand into my pocket, bring a thimble to my lips, and cast Hush on him.
Okay, sure, let's do it.
Should I channel? No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Chaos.
Would new Violetta channel? New Violetta would channel. That's 2d6s or 1d6?
1d6.
1d6.
Oh no, it'd be 2 because you get an extra one for your thing, right? So roll 2d6 for chaos.
Yes.
3. 4. Ah!
Okay. Okay.
It'll happen.
So, one, I will. Eventually. That is a 66, which is a... Yes, I can't. That's a critical success.
Hot damn. Okay, so usually spell effects have a extra little oomph
Yes.
when you get a crit.
Let me. Oh, I have to look that up real fast. Sorry.
That's okay.
But he. Nope, that's not my school of magic. So, hush, critical success. Oh, he just can't resist it.
Okay.
So he is silenced for 8 minutes.
Okay, so as you sort of run past, and after he's dealt with the trauma of potentially having damaged work, he goes to like shout to raise the alarm, but his mouth opens and he sort of gapes like, and his mouth's flapping. He's trying to make words, but none are coming out, and he's kind of holding his throat, and he's got that look of like, am I dying on his face? And he hurriedly grabs a piece of paper to scroll his final death. Make sure his final act, his final artistic vision is seen. Okay, and you manage to skulk past him into the tunnels, and he partly in the back of his mind he's mildly relieved that you didn't ask him if he does tattoo designs. That's
exclusively of Marvel comics, of course, or Ratvol comics.
A bit of a freelancer salt coming out. Anyway, so cutting back across the city, Scaruut, you are sat beside the queen and you are watching these gladiators individually get taken out by the beast that is in the pit, and the queen is laughing and joking, and she's eating just everything that's put in front of her. It's cheese, it's grapes, it's all sort of a manner of decadent foods that even like the nobility up top would eat. And every now and then she'll offer you a scrap of something that she's eaten.
Any of it like actually good?
Yeah, like it's pretty decent food. It's surprising, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I came here to have a good time, and there's too little happening. I'm gonna take my dirk and try to stab her. And I'm just gonna use my crit success to do it.
Okay. So she cannot parry or block this thing.
No.
So roll that d6. No, you don't even have to roll it. Just roll that damage for me.
Yep. Okay. So that's a 4. I think that's really it, right? No, I get an extra because it's a crit success, right?
No.
No, that's something different.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's just 1d6 plus your CB, so that's 4 plus your CB.
And so actually, because it's the dirk, it's my BB. It's my brawn.
Oh, your BB.
Yes. So it is plus 5.
Ooh.
What is fortune? I don't know. I don't remember fortune.
So you can use one of these coins to set that dice to a 6. So your
let's do
fury
it.
die, you can set that to a 6.
Screw it. Everyone else is using rerolls, so I'm pretty much boned. Let's do it. I'm gonna make that a 6.
Okay. So roll it again then, because it explodes. If you make that a 6.
That's a 1. So then it's
That's
6, 1, 5. So that's 12.
12.
For
Okay.
damage.
All right. So that is enough to bump her down to.
And then I need her to make a toughness roll.
Okay, that's right, because you have a poisoned blade.
Yep. And it is challenging.
Challenging. That is minus 10, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me have a look real quick. Toughness.
She's
What's a
huge.
toughness?
It's probably high.
She
Or
big.
low.
Okay. I'm gonna actually use a reroll on that.
Oh, you are the worst.
And she succeeds. She is not poisoned.
You monster.
That's me. Okay.
All of you did this. I'm blaming all of you.
And as you pull out that dirk, you stab into her flesh. She sighs. Oh, Scaruut. Disappointing.
Not the first time I've heard that.
I'm not surprised. But I do have a gift for you. And she clicks her fingers. And the entire pit goes silent. As you see the grate open at the other side, you see the gladiators still being terrorized by the Pomeranian. That's not quieting down. The Pomeranian's still going in the pit.
Yeah.
But you see being dragged out by 3 armed guards the distinctive Hawaiian cheese shirt of Ronald the Zeds are silent. His little hands are bound in chains and he is thrown to the dirt. And the queen once again throws her head back with an Ojo laugh. Oh, Scaruut. Your son, I believe.
That hurts, Susie.
I know.
That hurts. And he was thrown into the pit, or it's just in front of us here?
He's in the pit.
Does he see me?
So he's thrown into the pit and the crowd begins jeering and they're throwing things at him, food, bits of shit, whatever it is they've got, they're just throwing it at him. And the queen raises her hand and she says, "Oh, Ronald, I've heard you're starting a revolution. I have a fellow member of your clan right here, and he pledged himself to me, didn't you?" And she puts a horrible little hand down the side of your face, Scaruut. "What do you have to say to that, Ronald?" And the pit once again falls quiet as Blue Eyes begins to speak. And Ronald, and you look now, you can see his face is battered and bruised. He's been beaten about by the Queen's guards. He spits on the ground. And he says, "Justice for the Three-Toe Clan!"
I take a couple steps back and look at her. And then I look over at Ronald. And with like a pained look on my face, I'm going to look over to him and say, "Ronald, I meant what I said." I'm just going to shout, "Long live the Three-Toe Clan," and then I'm going to charge her again.
Yes, okay. All right. Let's go.
All right. Terrifying. All right. So then this one, it would be an attack. So that's 72.
There's one left.
You know what? Siphia's not here. I'm going to use it. Let's do it.
Do it.
That's a 30. So that would hit. That's
Yeah,
a success,
okay.
Unless she parries. But can she parry with those big old hands? I'm very petty right now.
That big old ass.
Yeah.
That's the real problem.
Okay, oh, Jesus, she's disgusting, by the way.
I'm sure.
Also, Gabe, I love you for not abandoning Ronald. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I as soon as Susie pulled him out, I had considered leaving. Now leaving is not an option. Yay!
I'm so happy.
Okay, she's gonna attempt to parry. 26 is gonna do it.
Yeah.
She springs up a hand and blocks it out of the way.
Yep.
Okay.
Miss. Let's do it.
Let's roll some initiative.
All right.
I would say, as the rest of you are sort of making your way into the tunnel, the Queen's voice booms as if it's on a speakerphone, like behind you, and you hear the Ojo laugh. You can picture the hand coming up and everything as she does it, and you hear Ronald's name being said by what you can only assume to be Blue Eyes.
So my initiative would be 9 + 7 for 16.
Okay. All right, and Scaruut. Okay, so before we do get into the fight, that is a beautiful face that Angie was frozen on for a sec. As you hear this, Arthur, Violetta, and Herta, would you like to do anything?
Panicked breathing.
So we just hear the Queen, what we guess is the Queen, saying Ronald, or
Yeah, you heard. You basically heard everything that she said. You know, she said, "Ronald,
Okay.
I hear you're starting a revolution. I have a member of your clan, and he's pledged himself to me."
oh, and I see that,
Oh, that-
makes
that
it sound
bitch.
like Scaruut's betrayed. Oh,
It sure does.
would Arthur? Oh, I can't think what Arthur would think. Would he believe? that
Violetta,
Scaruut-
you can just picture the smug face of Rathu.
Actually, can I remind you of one thing, Jay?
Yes, please do.
Scaruut had a conversation with you very particular about his
He
sister.
did. Yes. I was leaning in that way. I'm so close to dead. I'm like literally one hit and Arthur is dead. But I might be able to do something. I don't
this
have
is-
to go get into a fight.
Betrayal of Ratholm is perfect for this.
Yeah. No, I think Arthur wouldn't believe
Commit to the
that
bit.
that Scaruut would betray anyone. So I think he would hear that, think that Scaruut's in trouble, and probably just turn to the group. I don't think we can leave. We can't go.
And what
So
makes
if
you
you-
say that?
Because there's no way that Scaruut, Mr. I want to topple this anarchic civilization for no particular reason other than I've taken a liking to a small rat boy, is now suddenly snuggling up to Big Ass. All right, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, out of context, it might.
I mean, God, Jesus. I could see him doing it with alternate intentions.
Well, that might be the case. But there's no way he's betraying all of us. Especially not Ronald. Zeds are silent.
So, should we die for one?
Well, you got to die sometime. It's not for one, is it? It's for Scaruut and for Ronald. And for all the other
For who?
rats who've been blue-eyed by that fat-ass bitch.
So, we're going to go let her reign then.
I don't have anything particularly else to do. Anyone else?
Let me draw a card. Just because, fuck it, why not? That is... Gosh, where is my tradecraft? That is actually a success.
Okay. So, you pull a card. You see. See? I don't know.
Let me put the DM. The GM.
You see death. And you're not quite sure if that is your death, their death, the death.
I love this. I love this song.
Well, someone's going to die. I don't know who.
Is that... Did you just draw the state the obvious card?
You know, sometimes the stars are just like, you're a fucking moron, you should know what's going on.
Oh, that hurts. That
No,
actually...
that's
oh.
me. That's to me. I don't.
Oh, all right. Well, don't be so hard on yourself.
I would like to attempt to consult the new whatever presence exists in me.
Ooh. Okay, so, for this one, we're gonna have like an incantation test. You're not casting a spell, but it's just to tap into that.
Okay. That is an 11. That is a critical success.
Okay, so you once again see this tall, thin man with white hair, and his voice in your mind says, "Think of all the souls you could bring to the light. The prince thought this rat army was his. What if it was ours?"
You know, Arthur, you raise an excellent point. We shouldn't leave him to die.
Better see you finally seeing sense.
You, however, look like you're the one about to die.
It's a bum knee. I mean, yeah, I'm not that great. The little knees. I can walk. Nobody's carrying me. He looks at Herta. I can walk. I mean, I could do with if anyone's got like a little potion, bandage, something, great.
And I'll give Haruto
You know what?
a once over as well. You also look like shit.
Oh, I am quite okay. You know, I know that I'm borrowing these from you, Arthur, but like start ripping strips off of the shit clothes that she got from him and like start to tie it around his knee.
While I look very grateful for this, I'm also like, hang on. Right. It's
Yes, I know, it cost extra.
It's no, hang on. Right, 1 gold coin, destruction of property, minus 5 gold coins, deposit not returned. Minus +2 gold. Yeah, cool. Right.
You know what? I could just take these off.
No, I'll take. Right. Oh, okay. +1 gold. Right, take it off. 8's right.
Okay,
Isn't it? Time to
so
lead.
we have 4 retweets from a boon. I will say, if we get those 4 retweets, everybody will go back up the damage chart by 2 steps as a boon.
So let's wait until after the next round, because I'm only 1 step down. I'm trying to maximize.
I will
But
die.
don't wait.
Let's go. That'd be nice.
Okay.
So I think while Arthur senses that there's a place called Twitter somewhere that might help, he'll very slowly start hobbling back down the hill. I think, I mean, Tom's in chat, so I don't know if he wants to answer. I feel like Scythian would want to carry on and put Alex outside or get her somewhere, because we've still got this Alex with us.
Who could wake up at any time?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to dump her somewhere and then come back to us rather than move with the party straight away.
What if he decides to put her where you've been hiding out, right? We can barricade it up. She's safe in there. You know what it is. You know, you can always come get her after.
Well, all right, but we need to do that real fast. Okay, I'm not leaving Alex for too long.
It's like
I'm a
I light a
chevalier.
I light a cigarette.
Smoke 3. All right, it lights itself as you place it in your mouth.
And I do not attempt to hide that.
So what you're
All
saying is you couldn't leave Alex too long.
Friends, we have hit the retweet goal. You are all freshly
chat.
renewed.
Dear camera, please stop freezing on terrible faces.
Okay,
So we just go back up 2 tracks.
this is how it
Susie.
happens. This is how it happens. Violetta, as your cigarette lights, it flares with a huge intensity of this time warm light. And Arthur, you feel like you get knocked down. It's like the bomb exploding in Akira. It's like that kind of anime ass 3 city blocks are destroyed by this blast, but you all get knocked back. And Arthur, you feel that wound, that slice behind your knee, those tendons knit back together, and that flesh knit back. It feels horrible. It feels disgusting. Like your skin literally crawling and tightening and just fixing itself. And Herta, you feel that wound on your head, that cut just close and knit itself together with a horrible sort of like an itch. And Violetta, you feel that power within you. This came from you, you're pretty sure. And you hear that voice in the back of your mind smile and say, there we go. A gift from our master.
I suppose I chose well after all.
Fuck just happened.
I'm just smoking casually like nothing has happened.
Yeah, Arthur be freaking the fuck out. Just like scraping at his knee, almost like, what the fuck? This is fucking dark magic. What's this bullshit? Is that one of you?
Suspiciously
It's from a friend.
It's a fucking demon. That's what that is.
I mean, I'm not.
Oh, but you're friends with the demon, are you?
Would it matter?
No? Stony silence?
You know, we can talk about this after we are not in peril and our friend isn't worse. So.
Oh yeah, no, let's just truck back down into the city of violent rat men with a demon piggyback
We're
in.
better now. My aunt is no longer infected.
You fucking bullshit, innit? What you? Alright. Them cigarettes, bad for your health.
Good for
I
yours.
Good for yours.
Bad for her health.
See, Quinn, this is why I like you. This is why we get on so well. Okay, so I would like an initiative from you four then, and then we'll take like a couple of rounds for you guys to get there, because you're tearing across town. But it's just so I know when you arrive, when to get you in.
Herta, you roll
Oh,
such
what's
garbage for
that?
initiative.
2 more RTs until the GM gets a boon.
No. Now this
Alright,
one,
now stop,
I
everybody.
mean.
Hit that button.
Yeah, stop. I need to go back into my Discord now and tell them to stop retweeting.
Nope. Let the GM have a little boon as a treat.
No,
Okay.
you have
Look
3
at all
rerolls.
of the rerolls
Five.
you have.
Okay, so Arthur, what is your initiative?
So let me just check mine. So I got so it's 13 for Arthur
Mm-hmm.
and 10 for Scythian.
Okay, Violetta,
That's a 9.
9, and Herta,
I got 10.
10. Okay, so it will go Arthur, then how do you break ties again for initiative? Who's got the highest
Who has the highest
little
base?
bonus? Yeah.
I have 7.
Mine's a 6.
Mine's a 10.
It was between Scythian and Herta.
Just
so.
kidding. I don't know why I just said words.
You good. I didn't
Scythian's
specify.
base. Is it the PB? Or is it...
It's
It's
1
agility.
PB.
Was it PB?
Yeah, it's 1 plus
5.
PB.
Okay, so Herta, what is yours?
7.
7, and Scythian's?
PB is 5.
Oh.
So
Okay,
6, yeah.
so Herta and Scythian, and then Violetta. Okay, all right. So top of the room, we have Blue Eyes, and she is having a really good
What?
time.
What was her
Yeah.
initiative?
She's this is higher than yours.
4.
That fat ass know how to move.
let me just say she's gross is what I mean. So
Her bonus was like a 13 at least. God damn.
Okay,
I hate it.
she is. What's she gonna do? She will. Oh, Ronald has a crit. Oh. Crit for Ronald. She is going to. She's gonna just place a big meaty hand over your face, Scaruut, and squeeze for a stunning blow. So she needs to make an athletics test. I'm going to use a reroll on that because that was garbaggio. No, she does not succeed. So this big meaty hand comes over your face, Scaruut, and squeezes, but she just doesn't manage to get that connection there, and it hurts, not enough to damage you, but it also doesn't stun you. And she is then going to just take that hand that was across her face and just backhand you with a slap. So let's see.
Did you take Garbaggio from me?
Oh my god! I'm going to re-roll that. Oh my god! The 75, that's 2 fails. So she is ultimately useless in this round of combat. Welp.
Such a shame.
But you can see that with her other hand, she's gesturing for people to sort of stay back. She has this. This is her tussle. It is your turn now, Scaruut.
All right. At that moment, can I have this be the moment where the boon like comes across me and my injuries kind of disappear?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, maybe I'm the demon, and I'm gonna go for a stab with a crit success because I have it, and I'm just going to keep using it until I die.
All right.
All right. So that is 4 plus d6 for crit. 6, 5, 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. Okay, that is enough to knock her down. She is now moderately wounded. So we now roll 2 because your dagger gives you an extra dice to determine injuries, I believe.
Yep.
So let's see if she takes an injury. She does not, but she does need to roll toughness to see if she gets poisoned.
Yep.
She does with a 71.
So, if subjected to 3 doses, the creature is unable to use movement actions, perilous stunts, or reactions for 3 minutes.
Damn, okay, so she's been hit once.
Well, it has 3 doses on it. It's how many doses you put on the weapon.
Oh. Shit.
I read a lot about this.
Okay, so she is unable to use what, sorry? Movement?
Movement actions, perilous stunts, or reactions for 3 minutes.
Fucking hell. Alright. So, none of those for 3 mins. Okie doke. Alright, so we will go back to the top of the round again because these folks are using theirs to leg it to the pit. Which is Blue Eyes' turn once again. So she is going to use a special action. She will use a litany of hatred on you, Scaruut. I
already hate myself.
She's gonna say some horrible things. A 55 is a critical success, which doesn't matter for litany of hatred. I don't believe. Yeah, so you now have -1 to your damage and peril threshold.
Okay.
So it's a little bit easier to hit you now.
Got it.
I got a big crits to all from Englander. So thank you so much, Englander, for those crits for everyone. They might need them. Oh, look at that. I've got one too.
Gross.
Okay, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to use mine now for my other thing. So your damage and peril thresholds are reduced by 1, and
Yep.
she is going to use this opportunity to hit you very hard. Wait. I'm gonna bank this for later, this idea, but
I thought big crits was for all players. You're the DM.
I'm also a player here. GMs are players too, Gabe. God.
Not according to stereotypes.
Well, we don't deal in stereotypes here. Okay,
That's fair.
so,
Good answer.
So she's just gonna hit you really hard with this crit success for the time being. So you cannot dodge or parry this as it's a crit.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see what her. Ooh. Do you know what? Let's set one of those tokens. Use that to set it to a 6, which is a 3, which is 9, plus 5. That's 14.
All right.
So she comes at you with a fist this time instead of a slap. And she's smiling and her jewelry's rattling and she's pulled herself up off this throne and she is huge. Like, this is by the book listing size huge. She is large as she is squaring up to you, Scaruut, and she's laughing and having a great time.
Okay, so then that drops me down 2.
Ooh.
Close.
So what does that take you to?
Moderately wounded.
Okay, you need to roll me 1d6 to see if you take a wound. Injury,
All
even.
right. It's a 5.
A 5. Okay, you do not take an injury.
I'll take it.
Okay, so she's gonna keep 1 AP, and it is now your turn.
All right. So, did you say you could use all 3 AP to do multiple attacks? That
was just for that creature.
just for that creature. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to hustle backwards because I have to actually move to charge, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to hustle backwards so that I can charge.
Cool.
All right. So then let's roll that attack. Yeah, I'm just gonna crit success. Screw it.
Yeah, do it.
I have another one. Why not? So then I'm gonna crit success. So that's 1 for the crit, 1 for my damage, and then 1 for the charge.
Nice.
All right. So that's a 2, plus a 1, plus a 6, plus a 3. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 5, 17 damage.
17. Okay. All right. So she. Let me see. What? Come here, dice. She does not take an injury.
Oh, I hate her so much.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Where I die.
I am just looking up something real quick. Bear with me 1 second.
Take me out. Do it.
I'm thinking about it. Okay, all right. She is going to She's going to take a second and she's going to channel. You watch her bring her hands up and she starts saying something. She is channeling a spell from what you can gather. And she pulls out from like a satchel she has on her side a heart, and she bites into it. The blood drips all down her, and she's going to cast a spell. So let's have a look.
She's had a heart in her pocket.
Yeah, she's just carrying a heart around. Okay, she succeeds. And you watch as her body changes from this huge rat with like the big rat mummy boobs, and she grows this dark coarse fur all over her. Her muscles just rip and tear and become huge. Her hands become claws, and she takes on this very feral animalistic face, more animalistic than a rat. It's like wolf-esque as she seems to get bigger and growls at you. That's gonna be her turn, but now she's just this horrific beast in front of you.
Disgusting.
It is pretty gross. Oh, actually, hang on 1 second. You see a couple of the smaller little people around her also begin to mutate and turn into these big, disgusting monsters.
Less pleasant. All right. Ugh. So is it mine?
Yep, up to you.
Right. We're gonna use that last critical success and just get an automatic hit before we...
Smash her, yeah.
Yeah. And then... So 6, 5, 11.
Mm-hmm.
And... So she's huge, gross, terrifying.
Yeah, she big scary.
I am... I kind of want to... I'm just going to dip.
Okay.
I'm going to run to the balcony and kind of like double middle finger and then like roll backwards off of it. And since she can't take reactions, she can't attack of opportunity me on the way out. And I'm just going to spend both actions to hustle. Get away.
Are you into the pit with Ronald to try and get him, or are you just out?
Just out, because I don't think they'll care about Ronald.
Okay.
Ronald is probably a later problem.
Okay.
I hope. If he dies,
So-
Susie, I'll never forget this.
Hey, the dice will what the dice will. I am not in control of them.
Mm-hmm.
That look from Quinn. I deserve it. Okay, so you over the balcony, leg of the double bird, and just hustle on out of there. And as you do, you hear her roar and scream in this new, visceral, deep, bestial voice that she has. Okay, so this will bring us to Arthur. So you're just arriving at the arena as you hear this roar from within.
So we can see Big Ass.
Oh yeah, by
do we
this
see
point, yeah.
Scaruut? Like, do we see Scaruut running off, or
so-
is he?
You will see Scaruut sat on the balcony. You see him do something with his hands before he falls and disappears from view.
I think. Oh, why not? Always do the stupid thing. Arthur, seeing this, like, it's that moment. It's like the Romeo and Juliet thing. Like, he just sees Scaruut like falling off the balcony. So Arthur is going to charge Big Ass, and then fire my flintlock pistol.
Okay.
I'm gonna be charging in, hobbling. I'll be like, leave my fucking friend alone! I'm charging in like a hobble, charging in with my pistol.
Use a crit.
Do it. Do it.
Oh
do
yeah,
it. Do it.
I'm using a crit. I'm just critting that attack. And because my flintlock pistol has gunpowder, it cannot be dodged or parried.
Yep.
So if I think I've read this right for mine, it's CB +1 +1d6, and it'll explode on a 1 or a 6.
That's right.
So CB 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 damage plus my D6. D6 in there somewhere. Come on, commands. Alright, I'll type it manually. Fine. Oh, it's a 6! So it explodes.
Oh, keep going.
Another 6! And a
Keep
5. So 12, 17, 18, 21 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay. So you run forward, leave my fucking friend alone. You blast off a shot with the flintlock pistol. It
Sorry,
hits.
I forgot as well, because I charged. So I need to do another D6 for the charge. Da-da-da. And another 2. So 23 points of damage.
23. Okay. So you run in, you see this creature, you see it, she's huge, she's covered in fur, she's got a horrible rat mum boobs flopping around as she's raging up here on this box, and you blast and it hits her square in like the upper chest shoulder, and you see it just like explode, like the shoulder just poof, into pieces, and she screams and reels back and drops back on the floor. And that will be, is there anything else you'd like to do? Because you charged, that's 2, and you shot, that's 1. So that's all your AP.
All my AP. And I'm just like, oh, fucking hell.
Okay.
Energy now.
So.
Save me, fam.
Now it is the turn of the minions, who I'm going to
That would
have
definitely-
act on. Oh,
That would be a moment where Scaruut sees it and it's like, I really got to fucking get Phil's pistol.
that fucking pistol!
Oh,
Really? That's what you
Everyone has
take? Not this little halfling sacrificing himself? Fine.
you've always been a badass. That's nothing new.
You materialistic bastard.
Okay, actually, we'll have 2 main acting minions, rather than them all in one turn, because that's a lot to deal with. Okay, so minion 1 is a Skazak that is instantly familiar to you, Arthur, as you run forward. This is Doc Rataday, and he is here. He runs up to Blue Eyes and he shoves something in her mouth, this swirling potion of blue into her mouth. And you can see that shoulder begin to knit itself back up again. Okay, and that's going to be his full thing to soothe, and he's giving very soothing words to Blue Eyes as she is on the ground, and she's moaning and like making pain sounds. Okay, it is Herta.
Cool. If I can make this work, my new profession, I do have new spells. So she's going to look at this gigantic blue-eyed bitch, and she's going to, oh god, channel. Can I do the raise your chances of success by increasing difficulty rating to positive steps? Because I have 3 options. Yeah. We're gonna do that one, which means I have to corruption and I roll 2d6 chaos dice.
Yep.
So, let's go. We may get your 6 yet.
Come on.
Nope.
Angie, come on.
Look, I tried to increase this, alright?
It's 2
I'm gonna
ones.
use a crit success on this because I'm going to call lightning.
Okay. Oh wait,
so-
does call lightning require there to be an open sky? Because you are underground.
Nope. This is not like D&D. It just says a vial of rainwater poured into hand and clapped together. Doesn't say anything about...
Sorry, just as a little thing here, is there a drawback from your profession that you get chaos on ones too? Just double check.
Nope.
Because I know that can be a thing.
No.
All right. Okay. So
The drawback
go
I
ahead.
have is Lure of Power whenever I generate a face 6 with a chaos die.
Gotcha. Okie doke. So, hit me with that damage.
So it is 1d10 plus my WB. Oh, that's almost 10. So that'll be 9. And damage. Assuming lightning.
Okay, so what was that
But,
total again?
yeah.
Sorry? 10?
9.
Oh, 9. Sorry. You keep breaking up there. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that will bring us to...
But yeah, that crit
yeah.
success, the foe cannot resist the magic.
All right. She wasn't going to do it anyway. She had no AP left. And thank you so much, Stalwart Initiative, for that raid. Welcome in, raiders. I am killing my friends with a big scary rat lady. Okay, so you call forth, you clap your hands together and cast this lightning in her direction. It hits her body and she shudders. But it doesn't seem to damage her in a sort of mechanical sort of bump it down way. This new ripped form is a little bit stronger than she was previously, but nonetheless she's still struck by the lightning, and it smells a little bit like electrified rat person right now in here. It's not a pleasant smell, just in case you didn't know. Okay, so is there anything else you would like to do, Hector? Nope. Okay.
Sorry, no. I spent all of my key.
Okie dokie, that will bring us to Scythian Coslet.
So how many, is it just Big Arse and Rataday that are in combat with us at the moment?
Yes, there are still others like around the edge, but they haven't moved in yet.
Okay. Let me just quickly check see if he's got any awesome stuff. Okay. Let's see how many AP this is. Take aim is 1 or 2 AP. Okay. Let's go fly a kite. So, right, we're going to use we're going to take aim at Rataday's going to keep healing her potentially. Is Scythian smart enough to figure that out? Or will he just hate Big Ass? Let's attack Rataday, I think. God, can I attack a doctor? Scythian would, yeah, he wouldn't care. So we're gonna take aim at Rataday for 1 AP. Mm-hmm. And then using the Gate Crasher skill, that adds 3 damage. I'm going to use, if I'm assuming old school England, oh no, it was only 4 crits, wasn't it? So Scythian didn't technically get 1. Okay, let's just roll anyway. So I've taken aim, and then I'm going to use...
Oh, Scythian does get a crit.
Yeah, okay, well I'll use the martial... I'll use the martial melee then, with the mortuary sword, and use that crit to hit Rataday.
Okay, Rataday cannot parry this as you have used a crit.
Excellent. So that will be... okay, where's your CB, Scythian? Oh, Rataday, I'm so sorry. 7. So that's 11 damage plus a D6. 11, 12 damage, and then the weapon has vicious, so it has an extra D6.
Yep.
Ground. 4. So 7, 10, 11, 15, 16 damage to Rataday.
Okay, that's enough to bump him down to moderately wounded, so let's roll to see if he takes an injury. Oh, Doc. Oh, Doc, buddy. That is an injury for Doc Rataday. Ooh, jeez. Okay, so it's 1d100 to determine how badly he is wounded. That's a 23. He has bruised ribs. So until fully recuperated, he has to reduce his encumbrance limit by 3.
Yeah, carry a doctor's bag now.
I think that's what happens, right? It slips off his shoulder as he's clutching his ribs. He's like, oh, well, that's quite unpleasant, because I forgot that he was quite a proper English chap. All right.
I think Scythian will go, well, that's the problem, dog. I ain't signed up to do no harm. See? I take no
hate
Hippocratic oath. Yeah, perfect.
I can now force up. I'm confused.
Yep.
God, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So that was 2 AP to take aim and then attack, so I will bank that AP for Scythian.
Okay. Just behind Scythian, there's a little tick of a ninja rat 3-piece landing as Rathu enters the game. A new challenger approaches. Rathu is here to smash, and smash he shall into the back of Scythian. And he is going to stab the boy. He is going to use all 3 of his AP to stab with 2 attacks, because he can do that. So first one is going to be a unsuccessful, but I'm going to use a reroll on that. Plus Arcane. That one will be a successful hit, the first attack. And the second, a reroll is being used. And the second is a critical. So Scythian banked 1 AP, I believe.
He did. Yep.
So you could parry that first one.
I know Tom's in chat, and I have to ask this because it's so bad. Why is your parry only 10%? That seems
I shouldn't
insane.
be.
No, isn't it? It's because it's supposed to be any combat-based skill, so it's combat, so it should be 49, I think.
Yeah,
unless
it should be
Tom's
way
character's
higher.
got a weird limit. I'll
Yeah, it should be
roll
higher than
anyway,
that.
just in case Tom says something in chat. But yeah, 10 doesn't sound right. You get plus 10% on the 49. Okay, so it's 59 is what I'm aiming for.
Okay.
100.
Do we get?
Yay! Parry the first one.
All right, so the first one is parried. So Scythian knocks aside Rathu's little blade, but he doesn't see the second blade because Rathu's a dual wielder because he's a little ninja rat. He comes in with a little secondary stab into his ribs, and that's gonna be let's see. Do you know what? I'm gonna use another one of those tokens to set this to a 6. So that's 8 plus another 8, that's 16.
Ooh, that's 2 ranks down, so and I'm moderately wounded for Scythian.
Okay, so moderately wounded. Let's have a look. That is 1d6 to determine if he has an injury. If you could roll me that d6, please. 5, no injury for Scythian. Okay. And Rathu chuckles as he does his little stabs, and he says, believe it. But also because he did hit Scythian with that stab, his wound is infected, as Rathu's weapons are nasty. Okay, so that is Rathu's turn, which will bring us to Violetta.
So, as soon as I see Blue Eyes, can I see the Witch Stone from here?
Oh, yeah.
Tasty. And just to clarify, with my new profession, my magic can affect abyssal and supernatural creatures despite not knowing their true name, in case that matters. Narrator, it did. Let's see. I think I'd like to use 2 AP and my critical success to cast Rend Chaos on her. Which is 2d10 plus 5, and she's set on fire automatically.
Okay. You channeled it, did you say?
I didn't say that.
Okay, no, all right, never mind. I thought I heard you say channeled it. Never mind. That's all good.
No. Crit. I'm just gonna crit it.
Just gonna crit? Go for it.
Yeah. Because I have it, and why not? New fun toys. So that's 2d10. Where'd my d10 go? There, nope. 7, 6, and 7.
Oh, did we lose? Oh, what was that total? Sorry.
Hello?
Hello?
It's sick. Am I getting... Hello?
We
I
hear
am
you.
here.
You're good.
Okay, that's 16 total damage, and she is on fire.
16 total, and she is on fire. Excellent. Great. Love it. You love to see it. Okay.
And I will use 1 AP to take cover behind some sort of barricade.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So I need to just roll to see if she's going to take a wound. She does not. But she is, as you say, on fire. She is quite displeased by this, as she would prefer not to be on fire, as you could probably imagine. All right. So she is going to pull herself up, and she clicks in the air, and she says, "I'll kill him, you know. I have no qualms about killing him." And she's threatening Ronald, like as if that's gonna fucking matter right now. But in her eyes, and you see Scaruut from where you are as you're just hustling your way out of there. You see the armed guards that have Ronald put their blades to his throat, and you can see like the little bead of blood that's drawn as they push it just a little too close. And Ronald is there screaming like, "Fucking do it! Do it! The Three-Toe Clan lives on! I'm not afraid of death!" Ah! As he's going for it. That face is on the internet forever. Okay. So her turn is going to be to do that, and she is gonna she's gonna boost the people around her minions with inspiring words. So she needs to make a test. 66? Is that gonna do it? Make a leadership test. It's a fun. No. Oh wait. Oh, she succeeds it. Yeah. So she like raises her arms, and the other Skazak sort of start cheering, like, yeah, and they're baying for blood. They want to see Ronald ripped apart. Meanwhile, the Pomeranian is still going ape shit down there. Nobody's really talking about it, but it's still going for it. And you hear like Rathu and Doc Rataday sort of bolster. You know, you feel that confidence. You see them smile and turn towards you all. Scaruut.
I mean, I'm kind of bolstered by Ronald, to be honest. That was so. I went down. If I moved it twice my movement, could I actually get back in? Because it was a turn? Okay. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to do it. If I die, I'll just ask Violetta to, I don't know, feed me to a demon or something. Who knows? I'm going to charge back in, and I'm going to, like... So we can do targeted shots, you said, right?
Yeah, you can aim, and you can aim for like a cold shot.
Yes. So, and is that the 2 AP for the called shot, or is it different?
You just take a penalty to what you're aiming for. So you take a penalty for like the general attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to find my bloody little thing now. There it is. So I think like a head is like minus 20% or something. Let me see. Cold shots. Head becomes arduous. It's minus 30 to hit the head. Minus 10 for arms. Standard for body. Minus 20 for legs.
All right. So we're gonna use the charge action. We're gonna take the attack action, but aim directly for the head.
Okay.
And there is 1 crit left on my thing, and I'm doing it.
Do it!
So I'm just do a crit for the attack, the charge. So that's 3d6.
Okay, roll that damage. Holy shit.
So that's 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1 plus 5, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 aiming for the head.
12 aiming for the head. Okay. All right, because this kind of rules. We're going to move her down. All right. I'm going to say she takes an injury regardless because of the crit, the cold shot. Like, there's, for the cinematic. So roll me a d6, Gabe.
All right. That's a 4.
4. Okay. She is going to ooh. So fueled by Ronald's cry, his rallying cry, you dash forward, you charge at her with your blade, and you slice into her snout, and you take a huge chunk out of it. It goes down to the bone, and it's sort of the rest of it's just hanging off, and she cries out in pain, and there's blood everywhere, and it is a horrible sight.
Nice.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oof. It just says status. You cannot smell as you're in pain. That's the least of her worries right now.
Probably,
okay.
yes. I spit on her.
Ooh, nasty. Okay, I'm gonna, because we
Not in a
had
hot way, Quinn.
God damn it. As we have just had a donation to power up Ronald, Highlander-esque. I'm going to bring him into the initiative right now. And Ronald, you hear back from down in the pit, and you've got enough time to just look over your shoulder. You see Ronald grab the blade of one of the, the swords at his neck. He grabs it with his bare little hand. He pushes it away, flips it, and has it, and he stabs straight up into one of the armed guards with him. So it's just gonna use the crit we got for Ronald to shank the shit out of this guard. And because it's cinematically awesome, and we're near the end of our session, he's gonna just ram it right up into this thing's face, and he pulls it out, and he's coated in blood, and he turns to spin at the others, and he pulls it up, and he's got it ready, and Ronald has entered the battle.
He's scary.
Okay. Arthur, you're up next.
So, how many have we got? I mean, it doesn't really matter because Arthur's just ridiculous. Are the two guard? Well, I guess is there the guard that Ronald just shanked? Are they still alive, or are they gone?
The guy that Ronald has shanked. Yeah, there's two more with Ronald. Up there with you on the balcony with blue eyes. There's Rataday and Rathu.
We've got Rataday, Rathu, blue eyes, big ass. Would I be able to reach with Ronald as well in a single move?
No, he's like down and in the middle of the pit, so it's like.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do this anyway because it's worth doing. I'm going to use my Arthur's dirty tricks to blind everyone on the balcony with me, hopefully.
Excellent.
So let's know 1d100, so 72. No, sorry, hang on. No, that's Scythian. I'm not Scythian now. He's someone else. No, my guile for dirty tricks is just 52, but I can flip it if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh!
50, but I'm going to flip it to make it a crit success so they can't prevent it.
Yep. So, is this more pocket sand you've got going on?
This is more... I imagine, like, you know, the end of... is it episode 2 of Star Wars where, like, Yoda's fighting whatever his name is, Christopher Lee, and he's like, Yoda's just like fucking bouncing around like off the wall. I know Arthur's got a bum knee, but for the purpose, it's all right now. He got healed. Like he's just like zipped from place to place, just like grabbing brick dust and rat shit, and just like whoo,
I imagine he grabbed like the food that Blue Eyes was eating, like maybe some of the wine, throws that in someone's face because that's my brand this week. Food, wine, everything's just being used to fucking yeet it into these people's faces. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. They're all blinded.
So they're all blinded. I will then go for Rattoday with my stiletto, which is a simple melee. Oh, I've got another crit, haven't I? I've got 2 crits. 52 versus guaranteed. No, I hate the guy. I'm gonna use one of my crits to stab Rattoday with my stiletto.
Get him.
Screw that guy. I hate that guy. So CB plus D6. So 3 plus a D6. Come on. 4 damage with my stiletto.
4 damage. That is unfortunately not enough to bump him down a damage threshold.
Ooh.
But the message is received as Rattoday looks at you and says, "I knew you weren't to be trusted, you little bastard."
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. I mean, you got me there, mate. I'll be honest. As I like draw my blade out from whatever I've just stabbed in.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, it's fair cop. Yeah, don't worry.
It's fair cop.
Be honest,
Hang
for
on, let
once
me
in his life.
Like, just wipe it on my jacket while I'm still talking to him. No, what I'll do is I'll stab him. I'll draw it out, and he says you're not to be trusted, and I'll just look at him and go, "You'll see a doctor for that." And put my stiletto back in.
All right.
And then I think I will. Yeah, I think I'll just bank my AP for something else.
Okay, so it is Rattoday's turn, and he is displeased. And he is going to okay, he has a what looks like he pulls it out of his sleeve, and it's like a pole like a tent pole that comes apart, and then it all slots into one, and it's kind of like a net on the end, but it's like full of spikes. And he's gonna try and just shove that over your head, Arthur, with a hit. Actually, he's gonna try and he's gonna try and hit you first, just because I can. That's a critical hit. All right. And I'm gonna use. No, I'm not gonna. Okay, you take 5 damage as this spiky net comes down over your head.
Just double check. I don't know if this spiky net has like effect it then puts on me, but this isn't high enough to hit me or to do any damage. Sorry.
Okay, it does have the entangling quality, so you are currently all like, fuck.
All right, I'll go. Look, it was only a joke. All right, see, get it? You're a doctor. Fucking hell.
Okay, so I will quickly look up what that does. But while that's happening, Rattoday is then gonna. That depends actually. Hang on 1 second. Hold on. Entangling, where you at? Nope, that's not where it is. Come here, where are you at? Entangling. You need to resist a chokehold. So you need to make athletics test.
Okay, where am I? Athletics.
Ooh, whenever a foe is threatened with a chokehold or takedown from this weapon, you must flip the results to fail.
Oh, good. Okay. 38 is my target.
All right. Ooh! So you are considered choked as he slips it over your head and pulls it taut, and it begins to choke you. You will suffer. What's his BB?
Is that it? You will suffer.
You will suffer. 10 peril.
10 peril. Okay. That's just one down my track.
Okay. So, while ever he has you in this chokehold, you will get a chance to resist it every time it's your turn. While ever he has you in this, you will continue to suffer 1d10 plus BB peril as you are being choked.
Damn.
So you want to bust out of this pretty quick. Okay, that is Rataday's turn, which will bring us to Herta.
So Herta is going to notice that her small neighbor is being fucking robbed, essentially. So she's going to take out a dart and flick it at Saturday. So magic missile with that bag. Going to channel the.
Going to channel?
One.
Okay.
So let me roll that sweet D6 for you.
It happened!
The joy.
Whenever you generate phase 6 with a chaos die, you invoke a chaos manifestation.
Yeah.
I know what it means.
It's a good time.
Listen to how happy you've made.
I'm so happy. Okay.
I'm so glad I
right.
could do this for you, Susie.
Oh. Okay. So I would like you to roll me 1d100, please, Angie.
Oh boy! I'm excited. 97.
Oh, 97?
I'm terrified. Yes.
Hey, roll again.
Oh no. That sounds nice. Can we not? I did not mean to do that. Hold on. I just dragged a number like a dipshit. 85.
Okay, so as you go to cast this spell, your tongue in your mouth grows huge and fat and swollen. You are unable to speak, and as a consequence, you cannot do any incantation tests for hang on, let me determine. For 5 minutes as your tongue has swollen.
So does that still take? That still takes one of my APs.
Yeah, yep. Well, you channeled,
okay.
and then you went to cast the spell, and it.
So do I only have one AP left then?
I would say so, because you use the channel in conjunction with the spell attack, so that's you were doing both.
Well, shit. You know what? I will still run over towards where Ratterday is to give him a different card.
Okay.
So that's it for me, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, Angie.
Oh, it's all good.
That was a bad manifestation. Okay,
Yeah.
so, because we are super out of time, and some of us have to dash real soon, I'm gonna kind of take over cinematically here for a second. So Ronald in the pit goes fucking ape shit, and he just slaughters the rats that have him at sword point. He kills them. The Pomeranian joins in. Newly formed friendship between Ronald, who had smuggled him into this arena. The Pomeranian, its fluffy white fur now coated a brilliant red, as just the pair of them together is the most fearsome thing anyone has ever seen in the pits. And as Blue Eyes is looking a bit shocked because she's on fire, her shoulder's been blown apart, Rataday's not having a great time, Rathu is about to have an even worse time, it all kind of falls quiet as Ronald stands there. He stands on top of the bodies of the rats that he had killed. And he says, "Citizens of Ratholm, hear me! I am Ronald the Zedza Silent of the Three Toes clan.
I know you to be good and honorable, Skazak. You have been led astray by the villain known as Blue Eyes, formerly Fat Ass. I know that together, my brothers, we would never have done something as cruel and craven as exploding their fleshies. If we wanted to kill them, we'd just fucking go up there and stab them ourselves, because we are Skazak. We have been interfered with by powers beyond our comprehension, but I say no more. No more must the Skazak have to suffer under the heels of the demons. Me, you, together, we can restore Ratholm. We just need to get rid of Blue Eyes and her demonic overlords. Get rid of that witchstone bollocks. And together, we'll make the Skazaks strong again. Do you hear me? Are you with me?
And he puts up his little 3 toes in the air. And there is silence. And suddenly,
Are you not entertained?
and suddenly, there's a quiet murmur. And there's voices around before you hear one go, yeah! And they all start putting their fists up in the air and chanting, and they go, Ronald, 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 Ronald. And you feel the arena turn on Blue Eyes. And the atmosphere turns very hostile. And before you know it, you are swarmed by Skazak, who come in and they tear and rip apart Blue Eyes in front of you. Rataday and Rathu try to act as if they were one of them all along, but they are carted off by the Skazak. And down in the arena, Ronald is showered with stolen coins and teeth, and a couple of Skazak have come up and they've got him sat on his shoulders, and he is cheering. And as you are here on this balcony, amidst this insane scene, that is where we will end our session for tonight. Vive la Ratvolution.
It's everything I've ever wanted.
So, all right, we will quickly go around and say who we are and where you can find us on the internet today, because oh boy, howdy. All right, Gabe. Your
Hi,
son
I'm
did it.
Gabe James. I'm Gabe James Games. Twitch, Twitter, pretty much everywhere else. Find me here on Wednesdays, Friday on Drop the Die. I don't care about anything except my son. That's my son. Nothing else matters. You know what? At some point, I'm probably going to adopt an actual rat, name it Ronald. The Zeds are silent. This game has influenced me in unhealthy ways. I'm so here for it.
I'm so proud of your son. 3-toe clan. 3-toe clan. All right, Angie.
Oh my god, this game. I'm in love. I'm in love. Hi, I'm Angie, aka Banjalurk. You can find me under pretty much any social media with that name. Sometimes I stream art, sometimes I stream games. Otherwise, you can find me on this channel every Wednesday for a few more Wednesdays, I think. Yeah, that's all for me.
All right, and Quinn.
Hello, I'm Quinn at Quintastic_ on Twitter. What am I doing? I'm doing an outro. Tonight, in about 2 hours, over on Mythic Grove, I'll be in another game. It's a game of 5e called Where Roots Remain, where I will be much less, and just not less than this and much sadder. It's much sadder. Tuesdays, I run a game over on Ephemeral Worlds. Check us out on the Twitter. All the links are on my Twitter. Demons.
Demons. All right, and Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay Britton, voice actor. You can find me on Twitter at VoiceJBritton or Twitch, just Jay Britton. I'll be on tomorrow at 5 p.m. GMT playing some Dark Souls 2. I absolutely love this show so much. It's so much fun and it's so ridiculous. And Susie, that bit you painted such a picture at the end. I could see it all entirely. It was wonderful. I want a tattoo for the Three-Toed Clan. And also, I was controlling Scythian for tonight. That's Hot Flakes Tom. Go and check him out on Twitter as well. He does lots of cool stuff too. That's
Thank
it from
you,
me.
Jay. Alright, as for me, I am Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace. Variety stream and do video games, art streams, tabletop RPGs. You can catch me all over the internet at Susanna Grace. And you'll see me tomorrow in the chat. I'll follow Black Cats for After the Fire, which is the sister campaign to our Monday show on Encounter called The Crownlands. So it's a set in A Song of Ice and Fire / Westeros, Game of Thrones thing. And we're in the Reach and things are terrible. So tune in for that. That's at 8 p.m. tomorrow GMT, which is 4 Eastern. But if you're not there, you should be here in Encounter for Unhallowed Metropolis. That's Curios. Nailed it first time with Hollow Tale as our GM. It's a fantastic, cool, sort of Victorian-y, spooky at 5 Eastern, 8 UK for that tomorrow. So get your butts here for that. But other than that, thank you all so much for joining us. Long live the Three-Toe Clan. And we will see you next time.